Hello, this is my Dart Reactor deck. Pretty much just basic Dart machines. It's got the odd monster here and there. No, that's an exception for it though. To start off, the first exception is Dark Arm Dragon. You got to at least have 3 darks in the grave, no more, no less. It can be special summoned when you do in the graveyard. Remove one of them. This card can destroy anything on the field. It's got 28 attack and 1000 defense, so it's a very good monster. This monster's basically just for the tuning ability. It's just a level 3 dark machine. Its ability, for every tuner out, you discard 1 card and you can bounce that many magical trap cards back to their hand. So, Save Zone, for example, would be bounced back, which would be quite handy. Next up, we have these 2 locomotives. By the way, every card in this deck will be listed at the end in portions on 1, 2 or 3. So if I can't say the names, you know, they'll just be at the end. Right, basic, Dark Machine once again, level 4, 40 attack, 1000 defense, mainly just for draw power. When face down defense, when flipped, you get to draw a card, pretty much. So it's mainly draw power. Followed up now by Blast Sphere, one of my favourite monsters. When it's in face down defense mode and selected as the attack target, it's flipped up, equips onto that attacking monster. Then during your standby phase, as that monster is destroyed and they take damage equal to its original, well actually not its original, whatever its attack power is at that time. Then afterwards we got 3 Dark Resonators. This is the main tuner for this deck. For the sheer fact it cannot be destroyed by battle. Well, sort of. Well, it takes 2 attacks to kill it, so the first attack never works. And plus it's level 3 tuner, dark. It's quite ideal. It's good defense as well. It's proven to be useful quite well in the past, especially with the trap cards I use. Followed up by Cyber Dragons, the dark versions. Love the dark versions. I think they're much better than the originals. Mainly attack, second synchro, but you'll see what else I'll use them for. Now for the monsters I use, Trap Reactor for example, as this is the Reactor deck. We have Trap Reactor, who destroys 1 trap card when it's activated, destroys a trap card, they take 800, but the trap is not negated, 800 attack, 18 defense. Next up is Spell Reactor. Does the same thing as Trap, except this works on spells. They play a spell, it's destroyed, they lose 800, 18 attack, 9 defense. Then the monster next to those would be Summon Reactor. Once again, it's the same as both of those, but with monsters. When they summon a monster, they take 800. But once they activate this effect, the following effect is also allowed to activate. So it can negate 1 attack a turn. So if you somehow get 2 of these out, they summon 1 monster, you can do 16 damage and be able to negate 2 attacks. And then of course their merged form is Flying Fortress Skyfire. Now you can summon this guy out with Summon Reactor's effect. If you got these 3 on the field, use his effect, tribute him. So you can special summon this monster from your, what was it? Oops, sorry, wrong card. Yeah, that was right. From your hand, deck or graveyard. And you'll see one of my other methods, so I'll put 1 of each to the side for the moment. And I'll get back to them in a minute. Right, followed up, some basic staple spell cards really for this deck. Quite simple. Foolish for Flying Fortress Skyfire, as you'll soon see. Darko, Monster Reborn, Pot of Avarice, Allure of Darkness, Nightmare Steel Cage, this one, Overload, and then Future. Like I said, the basic, pretty much basic spell cards. Future Fusion for Dark 3 Cyber Dragons, and like Chimera Takeover and all that. Overload, same reason. I cannot Dark something, I can never say its second name. Bring back 1 Dark monster with 15 attack or less. Neither player can attack for 2 turns, draw 2 cards, banish 1 dart. Bring back 5 monsters, draw 2. Revive a monster, destroy all. And mainly Dark Arm Dragon and Dark Flame top. Mainly for Foolish. Right. Onto the traps. We got 2 Scrap Iron Scarecrows. Great to annoy people, especially See, when you're using Summon Reactor, then 2 threatening roars, ends the battle phase point blank. Very simple, it can activate during whatever you wish. 1 Starlight Road, 2 or more cards threatened to be destroyed. This negates it, so then destroys it, and then you can special summon Stardust Dragon and you'll cause your cards are not destroyed. 1 Fake Explosion, don't normally run this card. When your monster is selected as a tap target, you can negate that card from being destroyed, and then you can special summon 1 1 Summon Reactor from your hand or grave. Then pretty much after that, it's just once again staples, Mirror Force, Call of the Haunted, that gun one, I can pronounce, and Dimensional Prison. Dimensional Prison, not prison. Ugh, bad day. Right. So yeah, I'm not going to go into these, you should know what they do. The only one that's not major staple is this one, so I will explain this. This one does 200 points damage to every card on their field and in their hand. So for a first turn, if they just draw their card, that would be 12 damage directly. Then we go on to the side deck. First off is 2 Flank Tops. Now this is the main monster for this deck. Needs 1 Dark Tuner and 1 Machine Monster. That's why Cyber Dragon and Summon Reactor are both in it for this. For when this monster is out, you can special summon Flying Fortress Skyfire or any Reactor monster. So that's what this deck is based on, really. It's these guys. It can do a lot of damage quite quickly. Also with Dark Flank Top, when it is destroyed by any means, and you can special summon 1 level 5 or lower machine monster. So you pretty much, that destroyed, bring him back, or Cyber Dragon. And by running 2 of them, it just makes it a bit more of a pain for them. 0 attack, 3000 defense, so obviously only defense only. Starlight Road, obviously Stardust, not bothering going into that. And then pretty much the rest of the middle Future Fusion girls, like I said, Cyber End Dragon, Cyber Twin, Cyber Fortress and Cyber Chimera Tech. If you don't know these, you're just out of luck, so I'm not going to be bothered at the moment. But yeah, that's pretty much the Reactor deck. Right there, plain simple, but yeah, the main cards are the Reactors. If you can get these guys, all 5 of these cards, you're pretty much set up with the Reactor deck. I would run the Bomb, the little level 3 Bomb Tuner, but he's not the easiest one to come by at the moment, so Dark Resonator is the next best thing. Then also, I would say Dark Striker Fighter, but of course that's banned, so that's out of the option too. But right, that's about it for this video. And yeah, take care of yourselves and see you on the next video.